you the news from Sri Lanka and across the world. It's your national news broadcast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I'm Siobhan Pereira.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah. Let's take a look at the headlines.
The President assures that the public service would not be slashed. The Clean Sri Lanka Task Force was appointed. The IMF will review the tax revisions introduced by the government. Minister Vijitha Herath says that agreements harmful to the country will not be signed. The local government election will be held before the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Stampede in Christmas Carnival in Nigeria claims lives of 35 children. The number of members of the Sri Lanka Cricket with franchise has been reduced down to 60.
And now moving on to your news in detail. President Anura says that the society has the challenge of streamlining the public service as a proper mechanism.
He made these remarks addressing the District Secretaries Summit held in Narayampeta. Names of designation in this service have changed from the title government agent to the current title District Secretary. It has history of about 200 years. Addressing the summit, the President further said that this service can be utilized to direct the country into new heights. The President also stressed that the new committee appointed to re-scrutinize the public entities will take straightforward decisions disregarding political influences. President Anura said that the entire state system of the country has collapsed. He said the confidence that anyone can receive justice from a police station for their problems. He added that there are people confident on easily getting a service done from a state institution today. He further said that a common man cannot get a service done from a state institution without the support of a person inside. He also said that people have got used to finding a close person to get a job done. The President said that the political authority is also the same. He said that we all should question ourselves how to rejuvenate this collapsed system. He added that all the responsibilities entrusted to government officials through circulars, rules and regulations are ultimately generated through the people's power. He also said that therefore all officials of the state system should be accountable for the people's mandate and aspirations. The President also stated that the government expects to provide scholarships for a considerable amount of students who will pass the GCE advanced level examination next year to continue higher education in foreign countries. President Anura said that then the major problems we face is the complexity of activities of the public institutes. He said that we are unable to understand why some institutions have been established and why some posts have been set up. He added that therefore a decision was taken at the last cabinet meeting to review the services of all government institutions. He further said that then we are able to decide whether some institutions will be closed or integrated. He also said that a committee has been appointed under the patronage of Prime Minister's Secretary to decide what entities should be further maintained. The President said that perhaps political authority is reluctant to make such changes in government bodies. President Dissanayake said that the government will never hesitate to streamline the state services for the public. He said that, however, the government does not want to slash the public service. He added that, after all, the government has to bear a huge cost to maintain the public service. He further said that, therefore, this system should be carried out under a proper mechanism. He also said that in this endeavour, 3 essential factors have been identified. He said that, first, poverty should be alleviated since it is a social disaster. He added that, second, is to digitalize or prepare digital ID cards for each individual. President Dissanayake said that the third factor is Clean Sri Lanka project. He said that this is not merely cleaning the environment but having changes in social attitudes. He added that we have to change our attitudes on the safety of public property. He further said that we should think about how to respect the rules and regulations. He also said that usually when we see a traffic police officer, we tempt to slow the vehicle, but when the police officers are not to be seen, we speed up again. He said that the problem is that attitudinal aspects we are not ready to respect rules and regulations. President Dissanayake said that the Clean Sri Lanka program will be implemented from the 1st of January to have this attitudinal change within the society. Prime Minister Dr. Harinyamaroo Surya said that not only those who stand for their rights, but there is a large crowd who cannot do so by visiting the government agents. She added that they also have to be included since all are citizens of the country and they have to be provided with service in an honourable manner. A policy decision has been taken in this regard and an environment will be created by the government for it. Minister Chandana Aberatna said that the government agents have the required talent and experience so that both the parties can identify the problems and a new journey has to be initiated.
In more local news, now a presidential task force has been named. They will plan and implement the Clean Sri Lanka program. According to the Rich Country, a Beautiful Country policy statement of the government, this program is being implemented. Now, the Gazette notification in this respect has been issued yesterday under the signatures of the President's Secretary Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanayaka. Accordingly, 18 members have been named for the Presidential Task Force, including President's Secretary, commanders of Tri-Forces, Acting IGP and the Chairman of the Urban Development Authority. It is expected to bring about transformational initiative to confirm the well-being, reconciliation and progress of the people. Steps have been taken to implement the program, targeting social, environmental, ethical revival along with economical, social sustainability and strengthening of state mechanism.
The International Monetary Fund says that the tax revisions introduced by the government recently are scheduled to be reviewed. The IMF points out that the relevant matters will be included in the staff report.
So on Sri Lanka, on November 23rd, IMF staff and the Sri Lankan authorities reached staff-level agreement on the third review under the EFF arrangement. Once the review is completed or approved by our executive board, Sri Lanka will have access to $333 million US dollars. With respect to what comes next, the executive board meeting is expected to take place in the coming months, following the implementation by the authorities of the prior actions. And on the specific question on the measures that were just announced, I don't have a full assessment for you at this time, but we will come back to you. And of course, the staff will include a full assessment of these measures in the staff report that will be published following approval by the executive board of the program.
Now, the Asian Development Bank has agreed to provide a loan of $230 million US dollars for the power sector in Sri Lanka. The relevant agreements were signed at the Ministry of Finance yesterday. Strengthening Power Network, the project to consolidate renewable energy sources and some other power sector activities will be carried out under this grant. Money will also be allocated to construct the Morogoro hydropower project under these funds as well. Another aim of this project is to develop renewables energy sector. Secretary to the Ministry of Finance Mahinda Siriwardana, Country Director of Sri Lanka of the Asian Development Bank Takafumi Kodono and several others were present at this occasion.
Minister Vijitha Herath says that no final consensus has been reached regarding the ECTA agreement, and he stresses that nothing inimical to the country would not be done by the present government. The minister made this observation in a media meeting held at the Department of Government Information in order to clarify the official visit of the president to India. Minister Vijitha Herath said that the two countries entered into memoranda of understanding, and the first one among them is to train government employees in the coming 5 years in a training period extending up to 2 weeks. He added that around 1,500 government employees will be given training in government service in India with a particular course to follow. The minister pointed out that in the existing tax system between the two countries, double taxation process would be relaxed and modified in the future. He further said that the railway line of Mahava and Omante, which is nearing completion, and the signal system of the project has not been still completed, which is being carried out under Indian assistance. The Prime Minister of India has converted the signal system of Mahava-Omante railway line to an outright grant of the Government of India. The minister also said that the Indian government has expressed their willingness to construct the solar power projects which has been agreed to between the two countries. He also said that the construction of oil pipeline among India, Sri Lanka and the United Arab Emirates would be implemented as a project in the future. Minister Vijitha Herath also said that a debate is on between the two countries concerning the ECTA agreement, and the government of Sri Lanka has taken steps to progress in the direction of talks. The minister stressed that there is no truth in media reports that the ECTA agreement has been signed and it is going to be implemented. He said that nothing of this kind would be carried out. He also said that the state visit of the president has been an extremely beneficial one to this country, and the people of Sri Lanka should appreciate the steps taken during the visit. The minister emphasized that the decisions taken for the progress of the country in the economic perspective also would not be in any way harmful to Sri Lanka, and no personal benefit has been accrued to the president during this visit.
A multi-day vessel carrying 102 refugees from Myanmar was taken to the Trincomalee harbour and has been handed over to the government agent this morning. Now the operation has been conducted by the Sri Lankan Navy. It has been reported that 3 multi-day vessels carrying a group of Rohingya refugees from Myanmar has been heading towards another country. Although the group of refugees has been travelling in 3 vessels, the refugees who have been travelling in 2 of them have been transferred to the other vessel, since the other 2 vessels were facing mechanical issues. Among the refugees, there were 25 children, 30 women, including a pregnant woman. The staff of the vessel included 30 persons. The vessel has been taken into custody of the Navy in the sea area of Mullaitivu, Mullivaikkal, and arrangements have been made to take it to the Trincomalee harbour by this morning. According to our correspondent, all the refugees of the vessel have been handed over to the government agent of Trincomalee. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Employment, Arun Hemachandra, was also present at this occasion.
President Anura Kumara says that, as mentioned earlier, the local government election will be held next year. The president made these remarks to the media following a meeting with the Mahanayaka Theras of the Malvata and Askiriya chapters and receiving the blessings. The president first arrived at the Malvatu Mahaviharya and met the Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Nayaka Thera and engaged in a short mutual discussion. The president informs the Mahanayaka Thera regarding his recent visit to India and the current political situation in the country. Then the president arrived at the Askiri Mahaviharya and visited the Mahanayaka Thera, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratana Thera Mahasangha, headed by Anunayaka of the Askiriya chapter, Venerable Anamadwe Dhammadisa Thera, chanted Sat Pirit and invoked blessings to the president. Deputy Minister of Transport and Highways, Dr. Prasanna Gunasena, parliamentarian Anura Disanayaka, were also present at this occasion. President Anura Kumara Disanayaka said that local government elections will be held in March next year and nominations have been filed in this regard. He observed that certain political parties which were present during the filing of nominations have been left out, and a cabinet decision had been taken accordingly to cancel nominations since an amendment had been done to the required act. He pointed out that would be presented to the Parliament in January and preparations are afoot to conduct the local government elections before the Sinhala New Year. The President also said the local government elections had been stuck in several problems, hence it will be held during the next year. The President also said that it was mentioned in the election manifesto also to hold the local government elections in 2025.
Now, the Sri Lanka police have implemented a special security scheme in order to provide the people with security during the Christmas festive season and the New Year. Police media spokesman Senior DIG Buddhika Manatunga described the steps taken at the media briefing held with this respect today. Police media spokesman Senior DIG Buddhika Manatunga said that around 6,500 officers have been engaged to provide security to lives and property of the people of the Western Province. He pointed out that thieves and other criminals are living among the general public, and a number of around 500 officers will be engaged in the police in civil dress in order to identify them in advance. He added that an all-island program will be initiated to provide security to Roman Catholic churches and other religious places. He also said that a heavy vehicular traffic congestion can be seen during the festive season, and about 600 officials would be on duty in Colombo alone in order to prevent it.
The British High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, Andrew Patrick, says that the economic stabilisation reached by the government in a short period of time is commendable. According to him, the country is now in the proper economic direction. The High Commissioner made this observation in a meeting held today at the Ministry of Finance with the Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning, Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma. There has been a cordial exchange of views between the two parties, where Dr. Surya Peruma detailed the High Commissioner the prevailing economic status of the country. The British High Commissioner asserted that Britain is ready to provide maximum assistance to export goods to the British market. He added that a group of British businessmen is due to tour in Sri Lanka in the first half of next year in order to identify business opportunities in the country. The High Commissioner further pointed out that a high feasibility prevails in the export of agricultural crops, apparels and natural beauty products in the British market. He further added that out of the number of foreign tourists visiting the country, British nationals occupy a prominent place, and a significant amount of foreign exchange is being earned through the visits from Britain. The High Commissioner, commending the mode of functioning in international sovereign bonds and the program of the IMF, also appreciated the progress achieved by Sri Lanka in stabilizing the economy on a short-term basis.
Now, the Deputy Minister of Youth Affairs, Eranga Gunasekara, is of the view that the new political influence which occurred during the implementation of former projects would not happen under the present government. He points out that accordingly, in the implementation of projects concerned with control of floods, the officials have been allowed to take necessary steps in the implementation of them. The Deputy Minister made this observation in a meeting to review the progress of the project implemented by the Disaster Management Centre regarding the cleaning of canals, rivers and sewer systems as a temporary solution to control the flood situation in Kolonava. The meeting was held at the Disaster Management Centre. The Minister pointed out that a permanent solution in controlling floods in Kolonava would be planned and finalised by next year. It has been pointed out in the discussion that since successful answers cannot be provided by short-term solutions, in order to face them, everyone has to get together in order to provide a sustainable solution. An amount of 19 million rupees have been allocated to clean the canals, rivers and sewer systems. Deputy Minister Eranga Gunasekara said that steps which can be harmful to the environment has to be avoided, and the government would not interfere in the activities in this regard. In the meantime, the Minister of Urban Development, Construction and Housing, Anura Tilaka, and Deputy Minister Ratna Gamage today conducted an observation tour in order to provide solutions to the flood problem faced by the people of the Gaul area. The tour had been done around Gaul, Moragoda Canal area, and a discussion in this regard was also held. Deputy Minister Nalin Hevage pointed out that although 650 million rupees had been allocated for the project, it was not completed despite the money being allocated.
National Literary Festival 2023 was held in a grand manner at the Temple Trees today. The aim of this festival is to evaluate literary creators of the nation. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Minister of Buddhisasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Professor Hiniduma Sunil Senavi. It has been organized by the Ministry of Cultural Affairs and Department of Cultural Affairs. Literary work have been presented to this competition in all 3 languages, representing all divisional secretariats in the country. Prizes, certificates and awards were presented to national level winners at the ceremony. The souvenir magazine of the national awarding ceremony was offered to the Minister by Director of the Department of Cultural Affairs, Yasintha Gunawardena, Deputy Minister Gamagedra Disanaika and several others were present at this occasion. Minister Professor Hiniduma Sunil Senavi said that a large number of loving children representing the 3 major ethnic communities in the country are gathered here today. He said that this is the nature of our mandate. He added that therefore the new government will have to equally respect everyone and develop both their skills and rights. He further said that the government is striving to achieve this endeavour.
The Sri Lanka High Commission in Singapore participated along with other diplomatic missions of labour exporting countries in the International Migrants Day 2024 celebrations organised by the Ministry of Manpower of Singapore. Now, this event took place on the 5th of December 2024 at Jurong Lake Garden, Singapore, with the participation of more than 10,000 members of the migrant community from diverse backgrounds. They celebrated their unity, inclusion and multicultural vibrancy. The celebration also featured an array of cultural performances that showcase the talents of migrant community while highlighting their vital role in the development of economy of Singapore. Addressing the gathering, the Singapore Minister of Manpower, Dr. Tan See Leng, recognized the immense contributions of migrant workers and expressed gratitude for their role. The Sri Lankan High Commissioner Senra Dissanayake welcomed Minister Dr. Tan See Leng by presenting him a Sri Lankan cultural token. A large number of Sri Lankan migrant workers actively participated in the celebrations, and where a fashion walk by Sri Lankan migrant workers which stood out prominently was also held. The Sri Lankan High Commission annually participated in the International Migrant Day to strengthen bilateral and cultural ties between the two countries. Now, the newest ballet drama directed by veteran dancing lecturer Chandana Wickramasinghe, The Anura Queen Kuene, is to be staged at the Nelumpokona Theatre in Colombo on the 3rd of January. The drama reflects the curse inflicted on King Vijaya and his clan by Kuveni following her dismay, sorrow and wrath generated within her since King Vijaya left her and the children and later got married to an Indian princess. As a result of this curse, King Vijaya's successor, King Panduwasdeva, has been scared in a dream by seeing Kuveni in a guise of a fierce leopard. According to the ancient history of Sri Lanka, after this incident, King Panduwasdeva had fallen seriously ill. As a remedy for the situation, a 3-member panel of kings who came from the Malaya country had conducted a ritual called Kohobayak Kankarya. The Anura Queen Kuveni ballet drama has been created based on this legend. Professor Mudyanse Dissanayake, Emeritus actress Niranjani Shanmugaraja, Dr. Ravi Bandhu Vidyapati and several other veteran artists joined the drama in playing roles. A media briefing to inform the public in this regard was held in Colombo yesterday. Veteran dancing lecturer Chandana Wickramasinghe said that innovative piece of work has been created without causing any harm to the Sri Lankan dignity or the respect to Kuveni, King of Malay, King Panduwasdeva or Sri Lankan traditional dancing sector. He said that this innovative piece of drama based on the thinking of Kuveni and Vijaya. He added that this story has not been misused in any form to cause any harm to any group of society. He further said that he should respect women to the utmost. He also said that as an artist, he attempted to keep the message to society through Kuveni's character.
The national television focused attention yesterday on women who earn foreign exchange using palm leaves. Today, the attention will be focused on a set of women who earn foreign exchange by exporting traditional food items in the north. 18 women living in Punkudithivu Island in Jaffna have joined together to maintain this small-scale grain export business. Their aim is to popularize typical food items in the north at the world market. They have already reached their targets. Punaruban Sangeetha said that many employees of this business are widows. She said that they have become the breadwinner of the family. She added that their products are being exported to England, Canada, Germany and many other countries today. She further said that there's a high demand for their productions from the Tamil diaspora in foreign countries. They export their traditional food items as value-added products. Punaruban Sangeetha said that about 23 varieties of food items are being manufactured here. She said that among them, food items related to grains are significant. They have found 3 new buyers from the United Kingdom this month. Punaruban Sangeetha said that this will be another chance for them to earn more foreign exchange. The Export Development Board also supports them to make their business a success. Punaruban Sangeetha said that they had the chance to join the annual trade exhibition in Jaffna. She said that they also participated at the Thailand Expo Visit Exhibition in 2017. She added that the Export Development Board is the entity that paves them the way to export market. Jagasenan Thamalini said that she has been working there for about 13 years. She said that she maintains day-to-day affairs with the salary she obtains from this business. She added that she works at the green gram threshing machine. She further said that she also participated in the food exhibition in Thailand. The women like Punaruban Sangeeta and Jagasenan Thamalini have become an enormous strength to Sri Lanka's economy. They have shown their guts to the entire world by winning their day-to-day challenges through this business. The Minister of Urban Development, Construction and Housing, Anura, engaged in an inspection tour to investigate the construction progress of the Anuradhapura Multi-Modal Transport Centre project. Although the project had to be completed by the 31st of March next year, only 53% of the project has been completed so far. 6 development projects had been planned to the Anuradhapura city in 2016 under the Strategic Urban Development Project. The Southern Multi-Modal Transport Centre, a major project of it, started its development work in 2022. An amount of 6 million euros had been allocated for the project. Special attention was also paid to the new railway station being constructed adjacent to the bus terminal building during this inspection tour. In a discussion held later, it has been revealed that due to the shortage of civil engineers required in the project, the advisory institutes of the project has also left the project. In the circumstances, a lot of financial irregularities has also been revealed. Minister Anura said that a huge amount of public funds had been spent in this project despite many shortcomings which occurred during the planning and implementation of it. He added that there is no intention of terminating all the projects taken up by the government as a common policy decision beyond this.
And now for a few more news items in brief. The Supreme Court today confirmed the death sentence given by the Colombo 3-member panel of High Court judges to 5 respondents, including DIG Vaskunwardhan, regarding the murder of businessman Mohammed Shyam. The respondents were produced before the High Court today in summoning the case. D.V. Chanaka has been appointed as the new national convener of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Johnston Fernando has been entrusted with the responsibility of appointing new rural and divisional level leaders. These appointments were made when the SLPP Executive Council and Politburo met today. The customs has seized a large haul of mobile phones and electric appliances at the Katunayake airport brought to the country illegally. The haul costs about 50 million rupees. The second volume of the Inspire magazine published on mental health was launched yesterday. This is the last stage of the series of 2024 programs organized by the Professional Guidance Unit of the Sri Jayawardhanapura University in line with the World Mental Health Day. The objective of the series of programs is to enhance the literacy of mental health in the university community. Vice Chancellor of the Sri Jayawardhanapura University, Senior Professor Padmalal M. Manage and several others were present at this occasion. And we'll join you right back after a short break. Stay tuned for your international news.
Moving on to news overseas now, 35 children have been killed in a crash at a Christmas fun fair in the southwest Nigerian city of Ibadan, with 6 others hospitalized. The organizers had promised to give cash handouts and also free food, but so many people turned up that there was a crush as they struggled to gain entry. Residents said that over 5,000 children had gathered at the venue and the crash occurred when the main organizers arrived to start the event. The police say they have arrested 8 people who are behind the event, including the main organizer. President Bola Tinubu has extended his heartfelt condolences to the parents who have lost their children and ordered a thorough investigation. Nigeria is grappling with its worst economic crisis, and there have been several similar incidents this year.
Prima Kutumi Fantamai.
Moving on to sports news now, Sri Lanka Cricket today announced that the number of members with voting power has been reduced to 60 as per mentioned in the cricket constitution of Sri Lanka Cricket.
This decision has been reached in the special general meeting held today at Sri Lanka Cricket. Previously, the number of members with voting rights of Sri Lanka Cricket has been 147, and according to the decision taken today, it has been decided to reduce 87 votes out of them. Sri Lanka Cricket further announced that several considerable amendments have been also done in the constitution of the institution. Unanimous approval has been received to strengthen the transparency of the finance management of the Audit Committee, Investment and Budget Committee, and to establish the committee of the concerned parties in dealings. In addition, a committee has been appointed to consist of 4 members, including retired Justice of Appeal Court Malini Gunaratne, in the special general meeting held today. Now, the first ever Lanka T10 League cricket tournament organised by Sri Lanka Cricket successfully came to an end at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium.
In the finals held yesterday, the Bangla Tigers team won the championship by defeating Jaffna Titans. The national television brought the entire tournament via ChannelEye. The first ever Lanka T10 League cricket tournament organised by the Sri Lanka Cricket commenced at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium on the 11th of this month. 6 teams including local and foreign players were in the tournament. Jaffna Titans, Hambantota Bangla Tigers, Nuwara Kings, Colombo Jaguars, Kandy Bolts and Gaul Marvels were the teams which participated in the tournament, where 42 foreign players were also in action. The finals of the tournament was played between Jaffna Titans and Hambantota Bangla Tigers. Batting first, Bangla Tigers scored 133 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in their 10 overs. Mohammad Shehzad and Siobhan Daniels scored 26 runs each. In bowling, Travan Matthew captured 2 wickets for 18 runs. Jaffna Titans had a target of 134 runs for victory, and they were able to score 107 runs for 6 wickets in the allotted 10 overs. The top scorer of the innings, Tom Abel, scored 54. In bowling, Richard Gleason captured 3 wickets. Dasun Shanaka had 2 scalps. Accordingly, Hambantota Bangla Tigers won the first ever Lanka T10 League cricket tournament. The award for the upcoming player of the tournament and the best bowler was won by Travan Matthews of Jaffna Titans. Kusal Mendes of the same team became the best batsman. Captain Dasun Shanaka of Bangla Tigers won both the awards for Man of the Match and Man of the Tournament.
High again, it's pace off. This will be the end of Pretoria. And it is the Hambantota Bangla Tigers who roar back from 2 defeats against the Jaffna Titans earlier on in the competition. They become the inaugural winners of the 2024 Lanka T10 Super League. And what a performance it's been. From start to finish, they've thoroughly enjoyed it. They played well, and they have come out right on top. Titans and David Visa's captaincy, their side has dominated throughout the tournament, undefeated, as I said before today's game.
20 years old, we're going to see a lot more of this youngster, and hopefully winning this trophy will give him the confidence to go on to achieve bigger and better things, flying to all parts, and that's what T10 cricket is about. From the word go, some beautiful shots. Really enjoyed wickets and 5 catches. Also leading his side to the victory in the inaugural season of the Lanka T10 Super League. Really, really good for the Dasun Shanaka to our 2024 Lanka T10 Super League champs. Dasun Shanaka, Taufik Kumar.
Well, brilliant scenes and a fantastic performance from the Hambantota Bangla Tigers, led by their captain Dasun Shanaka. They have thoroughly deserved to win the final. They took on a Titans team that were unbeaten going into there and never looked like
Prima Kuttumi, Fantamai.
Well, that was a look at your news here at Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I'm Siobhan Pereira together with Sharifa Tahir. Wish you a pleasant evening. Take care.
Good night.